Said it's not a big deal. Yeah, she tried to call me a dreamer, but I just can't believe her. Told me to be more realistic, the world ain't needing a diva. She had a problem with loyalty, but I wanted to keep her. Told her that I could be the prince, she said I don't need a prince either. You ain't never gonna get it, girl. Giving me your opinions like damn, you didn't build it, girl. Yeah, my ego was a balloon and you popped it with the steel. How the hell you told me not to follow my heart and thought it wouldn't be real? Cause she got on the internet and started gossiping. My little sister say she always been a mean girl, like she playing for the Wolverines. And even if you wrote a book, I wouldn't read it. But baby girl, that tongue was sharp as a cleaver. Yeah, and I told you that I'ma be the greatest. I don't know how many years it's gonna take, but you just need patience. And baby, even though you told me to take a hike, and even though you got a new man that you callin' Mr. Right, and even though you gon' call it a toxic trait, I think of you in that hat and them boots, and I'm just saying you were out of sight. You really didn't have to say it, but even though it was one of the worst things that ever happened, I can't call it heinous. Cause the cuts that cut the deepest ain't from razors, it's paper cut. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts, be the longest. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts, be the longest. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts, be the longest. The paper cuts, the smallest. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts, be the longest. Yeah. And he told me that my daddy wasn't shit, like he never cared about you, he left you when you were a kid. Like he ain't never really do shit for you, never did. It really wasn't no way that you could tell me you ever did. Like boy, you just ain't gonna be a father, boy, you just ain't gonna be around. And even though you my mama, you don't really know shit about him. You think the shit that you told me gon' help me to stay grounded, and really all he ever did was make me wanna climb mountains. I telling all my friends that he had left me, he was broke. When I knew that there was cap, he was writing me every month. You made it seem like that man wasn't never shit, when in reality he was really on the shit. You got a different perspective cause he broke your heart, but you ain't have to break mine and make it harder from the start. And it don't matter if you say you meant it from a place of love, cause the cuts that cut the deepest ain't from razors, it's a paper cut. Smallest cuts be the longest. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts be the longest. Baby cuts, the smallest cuts be the longest. Paper cuts, the smallest cuts be the longest. The paper cuts, the smallest cuts be the longest. The smallest cuts be the longest. Oh, you gon' feel this, it's coming straight from the heart. Even though we done drifted, even though we apart, even though it was you who really gave me my start, even though it was you who put me in that crib in the dark, and even though it was you who had me up in that car, even though it was you who taught me how to spit bars, I would be a liar if I said it didn't scar. You gon' be the reason why I'ma make it to the stars. It was one of the worst things that ever happened, I can't call it heinous, cause the cuts that cut the deepest ain't from razors, it's a paper cut. And I told you that I'ma be the greatest. I don't know how many years it's gonna take, but you just need patience. And baby, even though you told me to take a hike, and even though you got a new man that you callin' Mr. Right, and even though you gon' call it a toxic trait, I think of you in that hat and them boots, and I'm just saying you out of sight. You really didn't have to say it, but even though it was one of the worst things that ever happened, I can't call it heinous, cause the cuts that cut the deepest ain't from razors, it's a paper cut.